A major warning as the coveted Social Security raise may be in jeopardy or completely canceled. I'm going to point out a couple things for you here in this video that are going on right now that seem very, very suspicious and very, very fishy, which ultimately could impact our monthly benefit checks and the raise that we're all looking for in a massive, massive way. I'm just going to point out some observations here and let you know what's going on and what did just happen the other day, again, directly influencing the raise to our monthly benefit. A lot of weird stuff right now. We have not seen anything like this before. Let's talk through the details. Now, first off, I want to give a quick shout out to Miriam McGee. She reached out to that phone number right there, and she is now saving $1,200 after a quick phone call to them to get some help with her Medicare plan. Just like the 70 million people out there that are currently on Medicare, or the 11,000 people a day that are turning 65 or becoming eligible for Medicare. If you're currently on Medicare or you're turning 65 in the next 3 or 6 months or so, call them. Seriously. Hopefully you can be like Miriam and save $1,200. By the way, that's $100 a month, obviously, that she is now saving because of a really quick phone call, again, completely for free to them to get some help with her Medicare plan and also make sure that she is properly covered and she's not at risk or exposed to a massive medical bill because she has the wrong plan. So anyway, about 4,000 of you here in this community have already called them completely for free. A lot of you saving a lot of money, just like Miriam. That's absolutely amazing, right? I love seeing comments like that when people save all kinds of money. But anyway, give them a call. Again, if you're on Medicare or if you've not done so, totally free. They will set you up, do what they can for you to help you save a bunch of money, get better coverages. And after you talk to them, leave a comment down below. Use the word chapter in your comment. That's the keyword that I search for. And I'd love to give you a shout out and feature you in an upcoming video. And again, congratulations, Miriam. That's amazing. Seriously, $1,200. Who couldn't use an extra $1,200 these days? That's incredible. All right, anyway, let's talk about exactly what is happening right now, my major concerns about this, and honestly, there's nothing we can do about it. I'm just going to point a couple things out. All right, now first up, a couple weeks ago when we received the July employment data, right? The unemployment data, the labor market data, the non-farm payroll, again, whatever you want to talk about or whatever you want to call it, that number, okay, it came out on August 1st. Here's what's interesting about it. It came in very low. Now, I've talked about this before in other videos. I'm not going to tell you all the details. It just doesn't matter. But anyway, it came in very low, 73,000 jobs when they were expecting 104,000. It's not that big of a deal. But here's the biggest deal about it. The revisions for May and June came in 258,000 jobs lower than what they originally reported, okay? Again, I've talked about all these numbers in another video. I'm not going to go into it in great detail here. However, here's the deal. Shortly after these numbers came out, the president came out and fired the commissioner of the BLS, Bureau of Labor Statistics. Fired, you're out of here because of bad numbers. The commissioner has nothing to do with the bad numbers except for reporting. The numbers have nothing to do with the commissioner. Why would this person lose their job or be fired when they're literally just reporting information, right? Seems a little bit weird. But the dude lost his job. He was fired because the numbers came in bad. President didn't like it. President said, you're out of here. Fired the guy. Okay, seems very odd. Now here is the concern that I have going forward. The BLS also releases the inflation data, the CPI, Consumer Price Index. Based on this information that we know, the dude was fired because of bad numbers. The guy has nothing to do with these numbers, literally reporting data, right? My point being is that, does anybody else believe and think that these numbers going forward are probably going to be manufactured, manipulated, influenced to some way or degree going forward? In other words, the numbers internally may be really bad, but they're going to report probably good numbers and say, look, everything's really good and peachy and all is really good. Jobs are being created, inflation is going down, all of these things like the president wants, right? So does anybody think that going forward, these numbers are going to be manipulated because, you know, they got a little talking to when the bad numbers came out a couple weeks ago on the labor market, right? So point being is that what are the important numbers that are coming out right now? The inflation data also coming out of the BLS, Bureau of Labor Statistics, right? Now, do they want to see high inflation or low inflation? Obviously, they want to see low inflation. Why? That's just what they want. Makes it look like we have a strong, robust economy and all things are good and no impacts of the tariffs whatsoever if there's a low inflation number. Here's the problem. The inflation data that's coming out right now and for the next couple months directly impacts our raise to monthly benefits. So if they come in and start tinkering around with and manipulating the inflation data and the jobs numbers data going forward, the jobs number data doesn't really matter in regards to our raise, but it does matter as the overall health of the economy. But the inflation data, if they come in and start tinkering around with it and they start manipulating these numbers lower, guess what that also does? Well, it also directly impacts the raise to your monthly benefit because the COLA is the COLA right now over the next couple months here is determined by the inflation data that's released for July, August, and September inflation, right? So again, I'm thinking a lot of people within BLS are probably a little bit scared right now because the commissioner was just fired because they reported bad numbers. Has nothing to do with the commissioner. Has nothing to do with whatsoever. So it makes me think going forward, we may have some manipulation in these numbers to literally report good numbers, whether they're true or not, good numbers to make it look like we have this strong economy that is not being impacted whatsoever by the impacts of the tariffs, right? And again, if they manufacture and if they manipulate these inflation numbers lower, that also means coming in as a lower COLA raise, right? I mean, as of right now, realistically, it's not going to be all that high anyway. We already know that. If we're lucky, based on the most recent data, which we're getting more data here very soon, but based on the most recent data here, we're looking at like, I don't know, 2.7 to maybe like 3.3, 3.4% as of right now. Okay, I know that I've given projections before in other videos, and I was giving the range of 3% to 3.7%. That's based on the data that we have now. There's way more data coming up here, right? So all is subject to change. But my point being is that we're not looking at like a huge raise anyway. We're looking at a teeny tiny pathetic raise as of now. But if they manipulate these numbers lower to make it look like we've got a wow, this huge, awesome economy, well, guess what? That's also going to reduce our raise. Okay, so I'm feeling like this is pretty suspicious, considering why would we fire the commissioner when they're literally just reporting information, right? Has nothing to do with them so whatsoever. So the simple fact that that happened makes me think, oh yeah, these numbers going forward, they're 100% going to be manipulated. They're 100% going to be fake numbers to make it look better than it actually is. So after that happened, I thought, yep, this is not accurate going forward. They're lying to us. They're going to start lying to us right to our face going forward with all this data. So we'll see. Maybe I'm totally wrong with this. I don't know. I'm just saying, just seems very, very suspicious to me. And at the end of the day, if it's going to impact our money and our benefits, I am feeling like, hey, back off, like leave it alone. Let us get a raise. You know what I mean? Like, let's just do something here. So anyway, just some observations. Again, just pointing this out. Who knows what will happen here? I will continue to keep you posted with any further details on this and let you know with any other information that may be coming out, again, directly impacting us, our money, our benefits, anything like that. Anyway, just some observations. Again, you know, take with a grain of salt at this point. Let's just see what happens. Just like everything right now, only time will tell. Unfortunately, that's all we can do. Wait and see. Wait and see. A lot of waiting these days, and we're all getting sick and tired of waiting, right? I agree with you. Right there with you. Anyway, again, huge shout out to Miriam McGee. Again, she called that phone number completely for free to get some help with her Medicare plan, and she's now saving $1,200 because of a quick, short phone call, getting better coverages. That's absolutely amazing. Again, Miriam, absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for reaching out. I love seeing comments like that. Just the other day, like, I don't know, maybe a week ago, probably a week ago, I got a comment from Harold. He's saving $79 a month, so he's saving about $1,000, actually a little less than $1,000 a year. Ken Johnson also reached out maybe a couple weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, something like that. He's saving $174 a month. That's nearly $2,000 for the entire year. That's incredible, right? So a lot of people saving a lot of money, getting better coverages. Again, by calling them right there, free, quick phone call. Call them. They'll help you with your Medicare. And again, if you need your initial enrollment, they will help you there as well. If you're turning 65 or retiring, or if you're currently on Medicare, they can certainly help you out as well. Just make sure to give them a call, establish that communication, see what they've got for you, And yeah, they'll help you. All right, anyway, after you talk to them, leave a comment down below. Use the word chapter, and that's the keyword that I search for, and I will certainly give you a shout out and feature you in an upcoming video. And again, bring your list of questions on Medicare, and also bring your wish list. Exactly what do you want out of your Medicare plan? Which doctors, providers do you want to see? Which networks do you want to be within? Which offices or clinics do you want to go to? Which hospital systems do you want to have access to? How much you want to pay for a monthly premium, if anything at all. $0 premium plans are a thing. What do you want for copays or deductibles or hearing, vision, dental, or prescription coverages? Do you want any of those? Tell them. Tell them exactly what you want. They will find it. They have access to over 20,000 plans across the country. All right, anyway, please subscribe if you're new here. Big subscribe button down below. Please share the video. Big share button down below. Please feel free to share that phone number with your friends, family members, neighbors, acquaintances, siblings, coworkers, parents, neighbors down the street, neighbors down the hall, your social media, anybody you know turning 65 or retiring, or who's already on Medicare. Please share that phone number with them. Let's help some people out right now, completely 100% for free, to get that help. Otherwise, check out the other nearly 6,000 videos here on the channel in the video library. Until next time, enjoy and